Hey there YouTube, Paul is here once again with Shreddy Saturdays number 2. As you can tell by my voice, I have the flu and it's been a very difficult week. But I must bring you this lick because it's one of my favorites. This is another Christian Mjolnir inspired lick that I wrote because I just felt like, man, I have to use this kind of tapping somehow, somewhere. Even if I never used the lick, I just had to write the lick because it was just way too fun to play. So this guitar is in D standard. I hope you enjoy this lick. So what is that? Well, it's actually a D minor arpeggio with a bunch of other things going on. So let's take it step by step. The first thing that you got to do is play 7, 10, and 14 on the A string twice. And then after that we have to start tapping extra things. So you go the 9th fret on the G string. And then from here you tap 10 to 14 on the A string. And then you're tapping 9 and 11 on the G string. And then finally you're tapping 14 on the A string and 9 and 11 on the G string. But from here it gets complicated. So this is where you're tapping the 16th fret on the G string. And that ends that first part. So that whole thing. That's the first part of the lick. Really fun to play, it's really intervallic sounding, and all it really is octaves with a couple of harmonies thrown in there. It's not a really big fancy thing if you break it down in terms of theory. Now this is where things get a bit more fun. So for this part you're tapping with your first and middle finger of your left hand on the D string on the 13th and 14th frets consecutively. And then your middle finger and your ring finger are tapping the 16th fret on the G string and the 17th fret on the B string. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 notes. Now for this part I recommend practicing it slow so that you get the timing of each note perfectly. That way when you speed it up it sounds more consistent. Otherwise it just starts to sound really muddled and it just doesn't sound right. So practice it slow, really practice it slow, and you'll be able to get the timing much better. So that's the first part of this 4-note phrase. The next thing you have to do is tap the 14th fret again on the D string and then play 16 and 17 with your middle finger and your ring finger again. 16 on the G and 17 on the B. But you're going to the 14th fret on the high E string, so in total we have this so far. Now you can see how it starts to shape the pattern, right? So you go back down to the 16th fret on the G string, and the 17th fret on the B string, and then the 14th and 15 on the high E. And then finally you have this last little lick here, where it goes 17 on the B string, and then 14, 15, and 18 on the high E. But you're bending up to get to that 19th fret tonality. So in total, the second part of the lick so far goes like this. Now this is where you can end the lick if you want to end on a really high tense note, but I choose to complete it. So I end up reversing the entire second part of the lick. All I'm really doing there is reversing back down, but then I'm pulling off on the G string from the 16th fret to the 15th fret onto the 12th fret, so it's got that kind of diminished and augmented sound because you've got your minor third and your major third intervals. Very cool. And then I'm going down to the 11th fret on the G string to make it a bit more baroque and romantic. And then I'm going to the 13th fret to the 14th fret on the D string. So in total, that second lick sounds like this. Very cool. So let me play the whole lick now real slow, and hopefully you're able to combine everything. Pretty sweet, man. So there will be tablature for this lesson as well as all of the altered sweep lessons that I've been doing as of late. They will be available on my website, and it will be found in the description of the link below the video that you are watching. I'll start tabbing them as soon as I'm over this flu because I just absolutely am wrecked right now. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and hey, don't forget to subscribe. If you did enjoy this lesson and you want to get some actual formal lessons from me personally, you know that I do teach guitar, so please email me at paullaws.com/lessons. There's a little form there for you to sign up, and we'll get in touch, and I'll get you shredding real fast in no time. So that's all, YouTube.